I sued my ableist teacher, and it made my family rich. I've had an overactive bladder since I was 13. Nerve damage from a car accident. I have to pee every hour, sometimes every 40 minutes if I drink anything. It's exhausting. I can't watch movies in theaters. I always need to know where the nearest bathroom is. I'm 18 now, and I still worry about how different my life will be because of this. When I got diagnosed, my school gave me a permanent bathroom pass. A little laminated card that said I could leave any class at any time. Every teacher I'd had since then knew about my condition. They never told other students why I left so much. I appreciated the privacy. I never had problems with any teacher about it. Not once in 5 years. Until I started sophomore year and got Mrs. Hannigan. She was miserable. One of those teachers who complained constantly about our generation. How we got participation trophies for everything. How we didn't want to work hard. How kids these days were so entitled. Everyone in my class hated her, but we just dealt with it. Her class was 90 minutes long. I'd been using my bathroom pass like normal, leaving once or twice per class. I assumed someone told her about my condition like they told every other teacher. I didn't think anything of it until the day she decided to humiliate me. I'd already gone once that class. About 40 minutes in, I felt that familiar pressure and stood up to leave again. I was halfway to the door when she said loudly, "Wow, you really can't hold it at your age?" The room went silent. Everyone stared at me. I froze with my hand on the door handle. She continued, "You need to get your act together, young lady." That's ridiculous. A bunch of kids started laughing. My face burned. I wanted to sink into the floor. I looked down and said quietly, "I'm sorry, but I really need to go." She didn't even look up from her computer. "Once during my class is enough. You can certainly hold it until after class ends. Now sit back down and finish your work." I wanted to explain, to tell her about my condition, but not in front of 30 people who were all staring at me and snickering, so I sat back down. The next 45 minutes were torture. The pressure got worse and worse. My eyes watered from the pain. I couldn't focus on anything except not peeing myself. When the bell finally rang, I grabbed my stuff and ran to the bathroom. I barely made it. The relief was immediate, but it hurt so bad to finally go after holding it that long. I sat in the stall and cried from the humiliation and the physical pain. I dreaded going back the next day. Sure enough, even though I'd gone right before her class, I had to pee again 30 minutes in. I stood up and she said, "Oh, here we go again." More giggles. I went anyway. When I came back, she said under her breath, "Unbelievable." The day after that, she made a joke about me needing diapers. By the end of the week, I was having panic attacks before her class. I started limiting my water intake, which my doctor specifically told me not to do. I'd get headaches and feel dizzy, but I was terrified of her humiliating me again. My parents noticed I was coming home upset, quiet, not eating much. Finally, after 2 weeks, my mom asked what was wrong, and I broke down crying. Told her everything. My dad sat there listening with this look on his face I'd never seen before. When I finished, he asked calmly, "Do you have documentation of your accommodations?" I nodded. He asked, "Does she know about your condition?" I said she should. The school sends a list to every teacher at the start of the year. My dad's jaw clenched. He didn't say anything else that night. Turns out my dad's a disability rights lawyer. Has been for 20 years. He'd never gotten personally involved in my school stuff before, but apparently this crossed a line. The next morning, he called the school, requested copies of all my accommodation paperwork, confirmed Mrs. Hannigan had received the notification about my condition in August. She'd known the entire time. 2 weeks later, Mrs. Hannigan got served with a lawsuit at school during her class. A process server walked in and handed her the papers in front of all her students. My dad sued her personally and the school district. Disability discrimination. Creating a hostile educational environment. Violation of federal ADA protections. Intentional infliction of emotional distress. The school district's lawyers tried to settle quietly. My dad said no. He wanted it public. He wanted her deposition on record. He wanted everyone to know what she did. Her deposition was brutal. The lawyer asked if she knew about my condition. She said yes. Asked why she denied me bathroom access. She said she thought I was abusing the accommodation. No medical training, just her opinion that I didn't really need it.